Certain features of the preamble that are important for this study are the source of constitutional authority, describes the nature of the state, the objectives of the constitution are enshrined in the preamble itself. Source of constitutional authority means 1. That sovereignty and ultimate power rests with the people. 2. The framers of the constitution were the representatives of the people while drafting the constitution. They were not directly elected representatives of the people, but elected under cabinet mission plan during British rule on the basis of restrictive franchisee. The populance of the preamble shows that how effective it is. It has been accepted by the people since years together. The will of the people is the basis of the constitution. It describes the nature of the state, whereby India is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic through this preamble. The word sovereign means that it is supreme or independent. India is internally and externally sovereign, which means externally it is free from the control of any foreign power, and internally it has a free government which is directly elected by the people and makes laws that govern the people of India. Then the state authority of India is supreme over all men and all associations within India's territorial boundary. This is India's internal sovereignty. Externally, when we say that India is free from all external controls, India's membership of the Commonwealth or of the United Nations does not impose any external limit on her sovereignty. The Commonwealth is a free association of all sovereign nations. It is no longer British Commonwealth. India does not accept the British Queen as the head of the state. As Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru once pointed out, India has joined the Commonwealth by her free will. As for the UN, it is not a super state, but a club of free nations. Membership of the UN in no way limits the authority of sovereign states. On the other hand, this membership is a mark of sovereignty of state, for only sovereign states are admitted to the membership of the United Nations. Again, secularism is a glaring necessity in India's social political context. The object of insertion, a major object of secularism, was to spell out expressly the high ideas and compulsive need to maintain the integrity of nation, which are subject to considerable stresses and strains, and vested interest have been trying to promote their selfish interest to the detriment of public good. That India is a secular state will not mean that India is non-religious or irreligious or anti-religious, but simply that the state in itself is not religious and embodies the ancient principle of Sarva Dharma Sambhava, meaning thereby that the state shall not discriminate against the citizens in any way on the basis of religion. The word socialist was added to the preamble by the 42nd Amendment. It implies social and economic equality. Social equality in this context would mean the absence of discrimination only on the grounds of caste, color, creed, sex, religion or language. It is an important feature of the preamble. Under social equality, meaning thereby everyone has equal status and opportunity. Economic equality in this context would mean that the government will endeavor to make the distribution of wealth more equal and provide a decent standard of living for all. This is in effect emphasized a commitment towards the formation of a welfare state. India has adopted a socialist socialistic and mixed economy, and the government has framed many laws to achieve this aim. The reason that glaring disparity in income distribution induced the government to control the commanding heights of the economy in the interest of suffering masses. This is the reason that right of property, private property, one of the fundamental rights enshrined in Article 19, had to be removed from the list of fundamental rights through a constitutional amendment, thereby securing the ideal of socialist economy. When we talk about a secular state, the word secular, by inserted into the preamble again by the 42nd Amendment, implies equality of all religions and religious tolerance. No state religion, every person has the right to preach, practice and propagate any religion they choose. The government must not favor or discriminate against any religion, must treat all religions with equal respect. As we have discussed earlier, all citizens, irrespective of their religious beliefs, are equal in the eyes of law. No religious instruction, again, to secure secularism, is to be imparted in government or government-aided schools. Next feature, which is an important one, that India is a democracy. The people of India elect their governments at all levels, be it the union, state and local level, by a system which we all know is the universal adult franchise, popularly known as, in our country, one man, one vote. Every citizen of India who is 18 years of age and above, and not otherwise, who is not otherwise debarred by law, is entitled to vote. Every citizen enjoys this right without any discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, color, sex, religion or education. By republic, we have included this word in the preamble, that India is a republic. A system is a republican, we call, when no office of the state is held on the basis of hereditary prescriptive rights, meaning thereby that in India every office of the state from the highest to the lowest is open to every citizen. Any citizen may occupy any office on the basis of merit. Thus, the headship of the state is not hereditary as in England, nor is it based upon any military power as in dictatorial regimes. India has qualified to be a republic. Here, the president is indirectly elected by the people for a fixed tenure, and he makes use of this power on the advice of Council of Ministers, which is responsible before the Lok Sabha, which is the House of People's Representative, who come directly elected by the people on the basis of universal adult franchise. In India, we want to achieve the objectives given in the preamble. The first and foremost is to secure justice for the people of India so that they are able to make development of their personality. This ideal of justice implies a system where the individuals can realize their full potentialities. In view of our founding fathers, it is not enough that there is political or legal justice. Political and legal justice is a myth unless and until it is accompanied by social and economic justice. Political justice in India is guaranteed by universal adult suffrage without any sort of qualification, while social justice is guaranteed primarily through the directive principles of state policy. Social justice implies that all social discrimination, like the discrepancies in caste and untouchability, must be ended. Another important objective is to secure the liberty. The liberty, which can be of different kinds, liberty of thought, expression, belief and faith, worship. All people of India have the right to express their faith, to express their expressions. They have the liberty of thought and to worship whatever religion they feel like following. This is that enshrined in Article 19 of the Constitution, guaranteeing liberty to the people of India. Equality is another important objective laid down in the preamble. Equality would mean India wants to ensure that preamble, the feature of the preamble, thereby ensuring equality feature, is to ensure equality to all, which would include one, that it is equality of status. The Constitution of India ensures equality of status to all. According to Article 15, the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on ground of religion, race, caste, etc. Then is the equality of opportunity, whereby Article 16 of the Constitution clearly mentions that equality of opportunity will be provided for all citizens in matters relating to employment or appointment to any office under the state. To promote fraternity is another important feature of the preamble. It stresses to promote fraternity among the people of India so that they are able to rise above the narrow feelings of communalism, linguism, regionalism, provincialism, racism and casteism. The purpose is to adopt the ideal of universal brotherhood, thereby curbing hatred amongst the people of all nations. It ensuring the dignity of the individual, one. Two is ensuring the unity and integrity of the nation. The Constitution, we all know, was adopted on November 26, 1949 by the Constituent Assembly and was enforced on January 26, 1950.